Hey, what's up, Jarrell here. About to do the Jackie Brown review, man. One of my top favorite movies of all time, man. Starring Pam Grier, has Robert Forster in it, Sam Jackson, Michael Keaton. You know what I'm saying? Like that movie is just dopeness, man. You know, the one thing that really popped out in this movie for me was the chemistry between Pam Grier and Robert Forster. But before we get into it, hold on. I gotta do a quick shout out to the homie. She hooked me up with the coldest picture, and yes, I'm gonna show it. It won't be in this, but you know it's gonna be for my logo. Okay, that's where I'm gonna show it. I won't just be like, "Hey, check this out." You know, I gotta wait for the frame to pop in before I do it. But I wanted to shout out Bethany Anya. You know what I'm saying? That girl is ice cold with the pencil. You feel me? Like, and a cold human being, man. She cool as shit. I like her, man. I like her. You know, they call her the Megan Fox of Minnesota, man. No, I call her the Bethany of Minnesota. I call her Anya of Minnesota. You feel me? She's an original OG. You know what I'm saying? Peep her page if you can. You know what I'm saying? I'm trying to plug her. Let's see. She's gotten, you know, an IG. Look for Anya, Anya, Bethany. You know what I'm saying? Look her up. She's selling her art. You know what I'm saying? I love what I got. I love what I got. She brought the Jackie out of Pam Grier, boy, in that picture. I love it. I love it. It's so dope. I love it. All right, back to the movie. Back to the movie. Let me get my focus on. All right. So, one thing I wanted to really reiterate here is the love connection between Robert Forster and Pam Grier. You know what I mean? Like, it's such a sexy connection. Like, oh my God, like you know, it's like one of those things where if you got a connection with somebody, it's like it's in the eyes. You ever seen that? Like where you just know there's like a sparkle. Like, oh man, I see chemistry here. There was a lot of it in there, man. There was a lot of it. You know? And one thing I wanted to bring up too, you know, about Pam, because I read her book, right? She's got a book out, and I can't think of the name of the title, but, you know, I'll probably put it, you know, under the comments to let you know once my brain calibrates, you feel me? But anyway, she described Quentin Tarantino like, you know what I'm saying? Like to the T. And she was on Hollywood Boulevard or something, I think, in the passenger side, you know, with when her boyfriend was driving, and they stopped and they saw Quentin Tarantino, and he like knocked at the window, and they, you know, of course, rolled the window down, and Quentin told Pam, "Yo, I got a movie for you." And Pam didn't, you know, believe him at first. She thought she was just being played with, like, yeah, really, like, yeah, you know, I don't see that happening. Then like not long after, I think, what was it, several months later or something, they get the screenplay, and man, a resurgence of the blaxploitation era Pam Grier, you know, is starring in a movie. I'm just jumpy and giddy just talking about this, man. She's from the Bruce Lee era. She's from Jim Kelly era. You feel me? You know, they're in the same damn thing right there, man. That's some cool shit. Oh man, that girl has, you know, she had such a life, man. Woo in that book. I'm definitely gonna recommend it in the comments. But you know, about that life in Colorado, riding her horses on her ranch, man. Hey, Pam, you cool shit, man. You know, I've been loving you since I was a little kid. I've loved all your movies. You just the Wonder Woman of my people, man. Always, you know. And so anyway, let's get to it, man. Let's get to Sam Jackson, and let's get to Robert De Niro, okay? Sam Jackson in this movie is just so damn dope, man. Like he's got that janky kind of feel to him with the ponytail. Man, shoot, I tell you what, man, that dude, that, you know, whenever he's with Quentin, it is gold. it is gold, man. It's like you're getting an entirely new character. You know what I'm saying? Like once he got to Marvel and all that stuff, and then he's in every movie practically. You know what I mean? Like, but when he's with Quentin, it's a special time, man. You got to be in anticipation when he's in the Quentin Tarantino movie, because, man, even him playing Steven, I'm like, how did that Oscar escape him, man? I was wondering the same thing about Leonardo DiCaprio. How did Calvin Candy, not get that Oscar that year? Blew my mind. But anyway, back to Jackie Brown. That brother was sly. That, and it worked around a lot of the events that he was doing, paying $10,000 for $100,000 bail, trying to play it off like I paid for $100,000 to get you out, or what was it, 10 or 10 grand? No, it was 10G. I think it was 10G, and he only paid $1,000. Yeah, let me get the math right, But yeah, man, like, oh my goodness, amazing acting. One thing I want to reiterate here about Sam Jackson is that Sam Jackson is definitely the mouthpiece of Quentin Tarantino's work, right? So Quentin Tarantino's work, because a lot of people will complain like, hey man, he's saying too many N-words and too many this, too many that. But at the same time, it's like, you got to understand Quentin's method. It's like, Quentin could be in the middle of, kicking it with some brothers, just click, record, on his tape and things, and then he just reiterates it, and through his actors and things. So I get where he's coming from. He's a real craftsman. It's not frivolous. It's not him writing it. I'd know if it was just off of his brain. It's not. It's he's very authentic with his dialogue. He's the king of dialogue. Quentin is the king of dialogue, man, but anyway, yeah, like that's one thing I feel like, Sam Jackson is his greatest mouthpiece for the brothers, you know what I'm saying? Because I kid you not, man, when I hear that dialogue, I'm like, shit, I ran across that, I've heard that, come on now, so yeah, man, I respect the craft, man. I love it, and Robert De Niro was a special one in this too. Robert De Niro, it was a very different role for him. He was real quiet, but knew how to play it. You know what I'm saying? Like, just, he is so meticulous with certain things that you could tell he's just one of the best to do it. You know what I'm saying? Like, Robert De Niro is no joke. I think he is one of the greatest actors of our generation. You know what I'm saying? Like I even covered him in the last one where I did Casino. I was talking about him in Casino. That brother, man, Robert De Niro is cold-blooded. I definitely, I salute you, sir. You are one of the greatest to do it. And it's always a pleasure to watch you do your work, man. You know what I mean? So for all of y'all, Now let's get to Michael Keaton. Michael Keaton, was cool in this, man. He was different, It looked like he was on speed. He was just kind of like move, straight moving, man. He was just on speed in that Joker, but he was entertaining. It was different. It was a different frequency for Batman. But yeah, man, it was cool seeing him in this Joker, as playing Ray, the detective Ray, and his partner Bud from Kill Bill. I just can't think of his name. Or Buck. My name is Buck, and I'm here though. But yeah, man. Yeah, it was such a good movie. It's such a good movie. It's a classic. And if you want to learn anything about chemistry between you and your woman, that is the movie to watch. Robert Forster and Pam Grier, just so freaking sexy. And then you got the other dichotomy of it, of the other stuff where, you had Robert De Niro and Bridget Fonda's Melanie, doing the Heimlich maneuver, like, want to have sex? Sure. You know what I mean? But oh my God, you saw the sparkle in Pam Grier's and Robert Forster's eyes. You know what I'm saying? That was some real shit. That was some real shit. That's a love picture. That's a love picture, you know, like with crime and with chill and with laid backness, you know, and even it even had Chris Tucker. Chris Tucker made a brief a brief appearance in Jackie Brown, right? But and to the lady of the hour, Pam Grier. Man, I was so geeked. Even at that time, what was the year? I think it was like 96 or 95. And listen, you know, I grew up with Bruce Lee. I grew up with, you know, I grew up with Jim Brown. I grew up with, you know, Jim Kelly. Now this is, mind you, this is several years after, you know, when I was born. But you know, my pops, my uncles got me hip to it, man. And I was just like, this is some good shit. This is some cool ass cinema. Look at this badass sister whooping ass, you know. Even my truck is named Sheba Baby. Sheba Baby. Sheba Baby. You feel me? Man, I love you. Shit. Anyway, I gotta give this movie a 10 out of 10. I know Quentin calls it his most chill and laid back movie, but man, shit, I love it. I love it. That's all I got to say about that. Watch you some Jackie Brown on a date night. Watch it on a late night. You feel me? Yeah. Anyway, enjoy yourselves. Have an awesome night. Like, comment, and subscribe to your boy. And please comment, man. I want to hear what you think after you watch this movie. If you haven't seen it, if you saw it, come on now. Anyway, we'll talk to you. All right. Peace.